So, recently I've been playing this game, and I've been a little obsessed with it. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called Ark Raiders. And recently I've just been wanting to build something from that in Minecraft. So, me and my friend decided we were going to build Spaceport inside of Minecraft. Okay, so when I said Spaceport, I mainly meant launch towers because we don't want to build all of Spaceport, but I just need to show you what we have so far because I only just recently decided to start making this video, and we have a little bit of it built. Okay, so we got the towers themselves, the underground area, or part of it, a bastion, a wasp and hornet, a snitch, and a leaper. Okay, most of that was built off camera earlier, like a few days ago, but I do have some footage of us building some parts of it, so I'm going to show you that and I'll voice over it, like what's going on. So, okay, real quick, if you're wondering about how like the towers and the base was made, it was just a lot of /fill commands, because we're doing all this in vanilla, no mods. But I started out by building the little coil copper scaffolding in the beginning, or in the middle of the towers, and I essentially just copied and pasted it to both of them. So for this next section, it was essentially just after I started working on that other tower, and I needed to work on the base of the second one. So I did that, and I built a little catwalk, and then I worked on the other coils and the little zip line area that goes all the way up. Okay, so while this shot in the background's rolling, I'm going to explain a couple of things. First, this build isn't really going to be like a one-to-one of the thing. It's not going to be completely accurate, so don't critique me if it isn't an absolute perfect thing. I'll show some reference photos here just to give some context for that, but that's about it for that part. And then next, I just want to say huge thanks to my friend Soviet Soda. The build really wouldn't be finished without him, but he was mainly working on details in the base, and if you look close in some shots, you can see him. But anyways, not to sound like the two YouTuber, but it would be amazing if you could subscribe, because this is my first video on this channel and I quite literally have no subscribers, so that would be greatly appreciated. But none of that, let's just finish this thing. Oh yeah, also forgot to mention, if you see any future shots where this is on both sides, I pretty much just copied it and did it on the same side. Don't want to bore you with that because it's the same exact thing, but just that's just for context. So just getting started with the final details of the project, I decided to work on the inner room of the base of the left tower. And I decided to make it look a little run down, like cluttered, and I added some of the interactable things that you would see in game. I was just trying to make it accurate and make it look abandoned and run down like it actually is. But after I finished that, I went and pretty much essentially just did the same thing on the other side, like with a lot of other stuff. And then I'm going to show you what I did on the outside. So the first thing I did was I built a fireball, and then I decided to build a pop, or where a pop had exploded, and then I decided that a raider had died to that pop. So I went up and actually I built the flare from the raider's death. But also, if you're paying close attention to the area down there, you can see some of the detailing that was Soviet Soda. And finally, I filled up that last part of the right tower, and then I just did some texturing on the whole thing to make it look better. But this is the last thing that I'm going to do for this video on these towers, so comment if you want me to do a part 2 or add anything to it or build anything else from Arc Raiders. But I'm going to cue the super cinematic shots now, and that's it. Thanks for watching.